4 years ago, I was inspired by John from the YouTube channel Hounds of Howgate to walk the capewrathtrail. After turning 65 at the end of July 2023, I embarked on my 18-day attempt to join these other intrepid hikers. So join me as I drag my old body over 4x4 tracks, single tracks, pathless tracks, bogs, midges, river crossings and all the weather elements Scotland has to offer. What's your name?
Gavin.
Gavin. From Cheshire.
Aye.
One of the caretakers. Caretaker, I guess?
Warden host.
Warden host with his wife here from Cheshire. At the Amsterdam Lodge, which is an unbelievable youth hostel. Totally different from bloody Inverberg youth hostel. I used to go to in Loch Lomond as a kid, but give you a little sheet. It's absolutely phenomenal in here. Highly recommended. Great company, absolutely spotless.
And no bed bugs.
And no bed bugs. Right, thanks a lot. Hey, thanks a lot. You can start working again now, you know? Cheers. Right, guys. So this is day 15, capewrathtrail. Yeah, so you can see the hills here today. It was okay earlier. It's supposed to. Up here, it's in whiteout. Still in whiteout and mist. I thought it had lifted. But basically, you sort of go over that. But I'm taking a change today. I decided not to go to Glencool and Glendu. And the reason is that if it's like what we came through yesterday, it's a very tricky navigational section. But if the weather's all sucked in, I decided what's the point of going up there and having no views. So the alternate route is what I'm taking. I'm going to Kylestrom. Well, actually I'm going to Kyleskew. And I managed to get accommodation in Kyleskew, although it was expensive, but it was less expensive than what I thought. I went direct to the hotel and managed to get a room tonight with breakfast for £180, which is like $220 for one night. Yeah, but it's a 3-star hotel. It's actually pretty, it's really nice. Just chatted to a couple of cyclists there, which is nice. So now you can see the distance here is, take care, is Adverek, the remains of Adverek Castle. Chatted to that woman there, so she's cycling, it's cool. And look at the old views up the loch there, folks. Stunning! I'm glad I took this today. I'm going to go up and check out Adverek Castle, and then I shoot off there, so instead of going up that road for the white van is in the distance, I actually cut across. But it's an absolutely beautiful day. And I just missed the, I'm glad I didn't put my waterproofs on because I just kept ahead of the rain. It's a nice view down Loch Assynt now to Adverek Castle. It's cool, huh? You can see how busy it is. All the motorhomes are parked up here. Cool is just walking down to it. It's absolutely stunning. Stunning! I'll be taking a bypass up over, see this hill here. So I'm obviously get some hill climbing today, but I won't be in the tops, which is nice, so I'm getting the views. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. There's actually some wild camping spots here which are absolutely phenomenal. So if you don't want to stay in the Amsterdam Lodge but want to do wild camp, just about a mile and a half from it is Adverek Castle, and it's the beach, and before the beach you get this. Obviously somebody's camped here, they've got fires. How about this for a wild camping spot? Absolutely beautiful. Instead of walking on the road, there's a little footpath here that takes you alongside of the beach, and I'm going to go on this and just follow this up. There's a footbridge at the end of it. This is lovely. Absolutely stunning. Nice little footbridge there after coming along the beach. You don't have to walk on the road. More water. popular spot. Popular spot. Here's you want to pause the video and read this. This is all about the Adverick Castle here. 15th century seat of the MacLeods of Assynt. It's all in the background there. And a whole bunch of stuff here. Pause the video. Should be able to read it hopefully. Chamber cairns, kilns, agriculture, horizontal grain mill, golf course, millstone. Golf course? Or here's the area we're at just now. Currently down here. Oh, you are here. Some birds. Black red-throated divers, ringed plovers. It's cool. There's Calder House, the remains of the Calder House. 1726. Wow. Take that, man. 6 men earned 1 shilling and 6pence. And today's money, that's 1 shilling and 6pence, man. Holy smoly. That's a 12, it's 18 pence, which is approximately 30 cents for carrying stones from the ruined towns by boat to build the first schoolhouse. It's cool. Let's look at back now. Fantastic. Actually, look at the Benmore Assynt in the background up there, in the clouds. It's cool. Very cool. There's a better view of the castle there. You see, it's actually busy with tons of people there, so I don't need to go up there. I've read all the stuff, and you can read it too on the video. I'll just be cutting off this road here to head on more of them there hills on the path. So this will save my feet. Sweet. So I'm just heading up this 4x4 track, really good 4x4 track. I don't know if it goes all the way, to be honest, but this is Achmore Farm up in the hill, which has been renovated by the looks of it. And if you turn around here, you can looking back down to the locker that's next to it shortly before. And this is still in mist up here a little bit. I'm not too sure at the back, but it does get higher up. So I'm assuming the back where Peter's going could be in mist. This would be a real sad case because this is every bit as stunning. Not too sure how many capewrathers come this way. This is the alternate route, the easier route obviously, and the other route is the most toughest part. I would have liked to have not seen Glencoe, but I think honestly just staying in a lodge like that last place with hot showers, and you do, after like 2 weeks on the road, you do miss that luxury. And tonight is the last opportunity until I get to Capewrath or Durness for accommodations. So the next 3 days is going to be camping. Get to Capewrath, they do have a bunkhouse which we'll stay in if it's available. If not, there's thanks to Neil again. Thank you, Neil, and thanks for following me on Instagram. Thanks for the informative video you made last year. Capewrathtrail, I've used it very successfully. The bunkhouse is full at Capewrath there. You can actually stay around the back. There's a camping spot that Neil showed us, so we're not getting stuck. Still to be determined whether to get that far if the firing range is not on. Whether just turn up that day and then head back to Durness. If possible, when I got to the lighthouse, I would just take the bus and the ferry straight back to Durness on say the Thursday, so I've got Thursday and Friday night in Durness. But we'll see. So yeah, I think this nice track is about to end and we're about to go on a path. No surprise really. I don't know why there'll be it. But I think I talked to the guy at the caretaker warden at the Danf Lodge. I was saying quite a lot of people come this way, so I am expecting that the path is an actual path. So we shall see. That's a big extension they're doing up there. You can see there's a very faint path here up here. It's not boggy at the moment, so yeah, look at the views there. Yeah, the 4x4 just finished back there, and you can see the path. This just shoots up over this ridge and then sort of drops back down again. I think the views on the other side looking towards Capewrathtrail will be magnificent. Yeah, let's go. So it's beautiful, isn't it? So I came from behind that escarpment up there and headed around here and then up that path. You can see there's actually more of a defined path now. It was a little very light path, but I actually just plotted it on the OS maps this morning and actually snapped to it, which is quite nice. You can actually see it. So the entrance is right opposite the Ardvark Castle car park. It's a gate, so you just go through it. Nice 4x4 track. It takes you up past Achmore Farm on your left, and then you go through the fence between the wall, and you just have to make your way and follow it based on the GPS here. But it is the ferns obviously in the summer, but you can see it's a well defined track here. And we're going to skirt up over here and then up around there and drop back down onto the road. I'll probably have I'll take a break at the top when I get the views and have that Lochinvar steak at ale pie that's in my bag, hopefully not squashed to bits and leaking all over the place. Just a note for everybody who wants to come this alternate route here from Amsterdam to Kylstrom. When you see the Achmore Farm down there, this is a good bearing to take. These two posts prominent in the hill, just target that and you'll be beautiful. It's just absolutely stunning. Stunning. Nice easy day for me today, it really is. I'm glad I did it. Really happy I took this route. I think that's me at the top of this hill here. It's a good old slog. Actually, it's a good old slog from down there. The path actually would be okay if it hadn't been for the water just continuously flowing down it. So the path up here is basically a river. And these stupid, even though my feet were bone dry this morning, they're now damp at the top because of the water going on top of the Gore-Tex membrane. I've been whinging about the entire trip. So I think Niall from Tub of Travels did right to just wear fully enclosed toe caps in his boots and not get wet feet, because yeah, I wouldn't have wet feet otherwise. Even fording that river, man, I would have with wet feet. But I'm telling you, I made the right decision. That's going to be tough navigating up there. It's going to be tough navigating up there. So take it safe, Peter. And I'll hear about your adventures tomorrow. So once we go over the brow of this hill here, we should see some good views. So I just came over the brow of the hill here for the path. So I'm leaving that part behind. Check this out. This path takes me back down to the road there. Now we get a 4 mile hike into Glasgow, which is beyond that prominent of that there. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, the clouds are pretty low hanging today. I'm not been rabbiting on about how I decided to take this, but I think all in all that was a good choice. I'm currently at 1267 feet. So just stop for lunch here overlooking the lake. I'm going to have my Lochinvar steak and ale pie that I got from the Amsterdam lodge. So pie. It's not a pizza. It's in America. It's savoury or a fruit pie. It's cold, I'm told. Let's munch into this. Oh my god. That's a lot of beef. There's a 18 mile public path to Glencoe via Isashion. I didn't go that way, but Glencoe's right up through that gap there. I came up over here, around there and down, joined on the road here, and it's now a 4.5 mile walk into the town. But that path was actually very, very rocky. A lot of water flowing down it. So there's a bit of a slog up there too, actually. So, but I know I can walk on the grass verge here, save my feet in the road hopefully. So if I can walk on this all the way, I'll be happy. This is cool. Actually looking forward to a gin and tonic, getting into a hotel early. It was so late last night, it was like 9 o'clock. I got to my bed at 10:30. I didn't sleep too well. Peter was snoring across the other door, but he goes out, he puts his head down and he's out in about 2 minutes, snoring away like a trooper. So, but I did sleep there last night. That's a great hostel, lodge. But yeah, this road's not as busy as the other roads in Scotland, especially North Coast 500. But these, look at the rock formations on here, man. Crazy, right? That's what Scotland's all about. Mysterious, dark, ominous. What other words do you think you could add? Single words describing this scenery. So I just actually noticed as I'm walking down this road here, you see this is obviously 2 lanes, but here is a remnants of the old road. And when I first came to up here in '69 with my parents in a motorbike sidecar, as I mentioned to you, everything north of Garve was single track. So this has been put in since 1970, this road. Don't know if that's any informational or not, but with all the passing places, that's crazy, yeah? It's cool. Okay, now don't have an orgasm here, folks. Okay, folks, now don't get too excited and wet your pants when you see this. How about that, eh? Unbelievable. You can actually, away in the distance there is the actual sea, the Atlantic. And up there is Cape Wrath. I don't know, about another 40 miles maybe. Superb, baby. Now I don't know why this sign is here. Kelly's Waterfall and Wildlife Trips. A lot of people are walking up here thinking the waterfall is up there, but it's not. The waterfall, the highest waterfall is miles away from here. They'll be disappointed. That's quite funny. So they've just left us here and people are thinking it's up there, but it's not. That's too funny. That is too funny. Actually, a whole bunch of people have come up and asked me how can you see the waterfall. It's quite funny. Just shows you how the weather changes again. Look at this. That was clearing up back there and this is completely stocked it in. Well, wonder how far Peter is getting to that place. I don't think it'll get there in 4 hours. I think it'll get there in like 6 hours. 6 hours to Glencoe. It's going to get there for 5. Bet he's struggling. It's me walking down the road. Last 3 miles into Kyle Skew. Another vista ahead of you. Amazing stuff. So the clouds have cleared, I'm glad to say, so that is good. That is good, because Glendu is that big mountain up there over the top of that thing. The bottom of the loch is where those guys are headed, so it is clear. So they should have at least a clear way to get there today. That's good. Happy about that now. Amazing. This is stunning, this thing here. Maybe we can find out what it's called. Okay, so that is actually called the Quinag. So that's actually, this is Unapool down here, Unapool. This is cool. Oh, got a message. I think that's the updated weather forecast. That's amazing, look at that view, boys. So this is Loch Glencoe. So if I had actually gone over the mountains today, looks as if it's lifted now. Glencoe Bothy is at the very, very end of this loch down here. And then what you've had to have done is then you walk away along the side here, and then you've got that escarpment ridge here, and you go turn around, and that takes you into Loch Glendu. And then Loch Glendu is away at the end of that one. And then the next day you walk up the hill, the ridge at the back, which is where I will be. But that is absolutely stunning, and I have to admit, I don't think I'm really happy I came this way. It's so much easier. The views are just as damn good, just as good. And oh man, that is just phenomenal. God, that's phenomenal. We're just arriving at the Kyle Skew Hotel. Look at this, first thing, a pavement and lampposts. And look at this cute little harbour. I don't remember ever seeing this. How cute is that? That's absolutely stunning. What a day. Without a doubt, it's the most scenic. Definitely the most scenic either way you go. It's just amazing. So you can actually get the boat tour here. That waterfall you walk past, Kyle Skew, highest waterfall in the UK. They give you boat tours down Glencoe so you can see it, along with seagulls and seals and otters. Kyle Skew Bridge, 350 metres. There's a path to it. Oh, there. So I'm going up there tomorrow. Wow. Nice to have a little fishing, a little jetty there. Yeah. Super cool. Me just walking up the reception to the Kyle Skew Hotel. Got the sea kayakers. Oh look, it looks as if you can actually rent sea kayaks. How cool is that? Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic. Sweet.